Hi guys, welcome back. I have a science lesson for you today, and I'm actually outside because it's such a nice day. It's a little sunny, but it really is a beautiful day today. Our story is called "What Do You Do with a Tail Like This?" And we have another one, I forget what it's called. I think with a mouth like this? I don't know. But this one is a science book, and it's kind of like a guessing game. I like those kind of books. And I also brought you some artifacts to look at. I have some tails since it's what do you do with a tail like this? I brought you some tails in to show you from nature. What do you think? I have this tail. It's got white fur. What do you think? And brownish tan. White tail. Does that sound like anything you might know? Yeah, a white-tailed deer. A deer that live in Arkansas. They have a white tail. That's why they're called white-tailed deers. Yeah, that's a deer tail. How about this one with the stripes? Well, he also looks like he has a mask on. What do you think? Do you know what animal that is? Yeah, a raccoon. Did you guess a raccoon? Yeah, raccoon tail. Okay, what do you think this one is? It's got tan and black. It's kind of puffy. What do you think? Yeah, that's a squirrel's tail. It's smaller than the other ones, isn't it? Yeah, a squirrel's tail. All right, so we're going to do some guessing in this book, too. What do you do with a tail like this? All right, let's get started. It says animals use their noses, ears, tails, eyes, mouths, and feet in very different ways. See if you can guess which animal each part belongs to and how it's used. At the back of the book, you can find out more about these animals. So it's going to have animal parts, and we have to guess whose parts they are. Okay? All right. It says, what do you do with a nose like this? Let's look at them. This nose, this long one is the easy one. This one's not so easy. And this one's easy, huh? Ooh, tough one up here. All right, do you think you guessed all the animals? All right, let's see. Well, if you're a platypus, that's what that one was. It's kind of tricky because he's a mammal and he has a beak like a bird. Yeah. It says if you're a platypus, you use your nose to dig in the mud. That's what he uses his for. And if you're a hyena, you find your next meal with your nose. They have very good sense of smell. Hyenas, like in The Lion King, they're kind of got sharp teeth, meat eaters, carnivores. You guessed the animal was an elephant, right? But what does that elephant do with his trunk? It says if you're an elephant, you use your nose to give yourself a bath. And we read a story this year that talked about the elephant's nose, his trunk. If you're an alligator, you breathe through your nose while you're hiding in the water. So a lot of their body parts are submersed, and then just a little bit of the nostril is there sticking out of the water so they can breathe air like us. It says, oh, if you're a mole, you use your nose to find your way underground. So that was a nose for a mole. Did you guess that one? That's a funny looking nose, isn't it? All right, you ready? What do you do with ears like that? Like this. So here you go. You ready? Some ears. Long ears, short ears. There's a big one. Ooh, ears? That doesn't look like an ear, does it? Oh, if you were paying attention last week, you learned something about that leg there. It says, if you are a rabbit, you use your ears to keep cool. So this rabbit, he uses his ears to cool off. Let's see, if you're a bat, you can see with your ears. Remember echolocation? They use the echo, their ears. And then if you're a hippopotamus, you close your ears when you are underwater. So they can close up their ears so they don't get water in their ears. Maybe humans need that, huh? And if you're a cricket, you hear with your ears that are on your knees. Remember that? Yeah, their ears are on their knees. So weird. Let's see. If you're a humpback whale, you hear sounds hundreds of miles away. They can feel the vibrations and stuff, kind of like echolocation also. Let's see. What do you do with a tail like this? So here's a tail. Here's a tail you might recognize with spots. Oh, you know some of these tails. They're easy, aren't they? Yeah. If you're a giraffe, you brush off pesky flies with your tail, like they whack them. right? Kind of like horses do that too. If you're a skunk, you lift your tail, and that stinky spray is on the way. So if you see a skunk's tail going up, you better get out of there. And if you're a lizard, you break off your tail to get away. They can break off a piece and it'll grow back. So that's a good strategy to get out of there. If you are a scorpion, your tail can give a nasty sting. And if you're a monkey, you can hang from a tree by your tail. That's a long-tailed monkey. Yeah, like a spider monkey, actually, is what he's called. Let's see, what do you do with eyes like this? So you have chameleon eyes, eagle eyes. Let's see what this is. Some kind of a frog or fish. Some more animals. Eyes. Let's see the eyes. It says if you're an eagle, you can spot tiny animals high in the air. And if you're a chameleon, you can look 2 ways at once. So his eyes can go kind of in different directions that we can't do. If you are a 4-eyed fish, you look above and below the water at the same time. So he can see underwater and on top of the water. And I told you about this guy before. If you are a horned lizard, you can squirt blood out of your eyes to scare predators away. Yeah, I definitely would get out of there if there was blood coming out of the eyes. Yuck. And if you're a bush baby, you use your large eyes to see clearly at night. They're nocturnal, so they have to be out at nighttime. So they have good eyesight in the dark, kind of like cats. What do you do with feet like this? Good guesses? Let's see. Ooh, if you're a chimpanzee, you feed yourself with your feet. Ew, kind of like toddlers. Babies do that, don't they? They put everything in their feet and their hands. If you are a blue-footed booby, you dance. Yeah, this kind of bird with blue feet. Yeah. And if you are a water strider, we saw him before. You walk on water. Remember him? And if you are a gecko, right here is the gecko. They're sticky, aren't they? If you are a gecko, you use your sticky feet to walk on a ceiling. And if you're a mountain goat, you leap from ledge to ledge. Mountain goats always kind of freak me out. They don't look like they could be on the mountainside, but they do. They get up there. And what do you do with a mouth like this? Here's some mouths. Let's see. Ooh, if you're a pelican, you can use your mouth to, like a net, to scoop up fish. Like those birds in Nemo, right? And if you're a mosquito, you use your mouth to suck blood. Ouch, this time of the year especially. And if you are an egg-eating snake, you use your mouth to swallow large eggs larger than your head. They have a bone in their jaw that can disconnect, like break apart, and make their jaw open wider to get bigger prey, like eggs. Let's see, if you're an anteater, you capture termites with your long sticky tongue. So he puts his tongue in the termite hill, kind of like an ant hill. They all stick to it, and he sucks it up. It's kind of cool. And then if you are a archer fish, you catch insects by shooting them with a stream of water, kind of like a water gun. These animals are so cool, aren't they? And I think that's it. And in the back of this book, I love it because it gives all the facts about the animals. And this one's online too, so if you want to read it again and do a little guessing game or read the animal facts at the back, it's really awesome. What do you do with a tail like this? All right, now if you have our packet, there was a packet in there about predators and prey. It was like an animal guessing game. You can do that page to go along with this activity. All right, and remember, keep learning.